How to use Spring Boot profiles. Introduction. In real-world applications, you often need different configurations for different environments. Development, dev, testing, test, staging, production, prod. For example, different database URLs, different API endpoints, different logging levels, different feature toggles. Spring Boot provides profiles to manage environment-specific configurations easily. Profiles help you run the same application with different settings without changing the code. What are Spring Boot profiles? Spring Boot profiles allow you to define environment-specific configurations and activate them when needed. In simple terms, profile equals a specific environment configuration. Example concept. Dev profile means local DB, debug logs. Prod profile means production DB, minimal logs. Why this is important. Without profiles, hard-coded values, manual changes before deployment, risk of production mistakes. With profiles, environment-based config means safer and cleaner. Example concept. Same code means different configs, means multiple environments. Profile configuration files. Spring Boot supports multiple config files. Default file application, YML. Profile-specific files, application-dev.yml, application-test.yml, application-prod.yml. Example concept. Base config plus profile config means final configuration. Example configuration application.yml, app name my app, application-dev.yml, server port 8081, app, env development, application-prod.yml, server port 8080, app, env production. Example concept. Active profile means loads matching config file. How to activate a profile. Method 1. Application.yml. Spring profiles active dev. Method 2. Application.properties. Spring.profiles.active dev. Method 3. Command line. java-jar app.jar-spring.profiles active prod. Method 4. Environment variable. Spring profiles active. Prod. Method 5. IDE configuration. In IntelliJ or Eclipse, set spring.profiles.active equals dev. Example concept. Profile activated means Spring loads matching config. How Spring loads profiles. Spring Boot loads configuration in this order. Application.yml base. Application-profile.yml. Example concept. Base config means overridden by profile-specific config using multiple profiles. You can activate multiple profiles. Example, spring.profiles active equals dev test. Example concept. Multiple profiles means merged configurations. Using app profile annotation, you can activate beans based on profile. Example import org.springframework.context.annotation.posterisk. Configuration public class app config. Bean at profile dev public string dev bean return dev bean. Bean at profile prod public string prod bean return prod bean. Example concept. Profile active means only matching beans loaded using app profile and components. At component at profile dev public class dev service. Example concept. Component active only in specific environment default profile. If no profile is set, Spring Boot uses default profile. You can also define Spring profiles default dev profile specific properties in same file. You can define profiles inside a single YAML file. Example, Spring profiles active dev Spring config activate on profile dev server port 8081 Spring config activate on profile prod server port 8080. Example concept. Single file means multiple profile sections. Real world example. Dev environment DB localhost logging debug port 8081. Prod environment DB cloud database Logging error only, port 8080. Example concept. Same app means different runtime behavior via profiles. Common mistakes. 1. Wrong file name, application-dev.yml, AKK, application-dev.yml. 2. Profile not activated, file exists but not used. 3. Typos in profile name, dev versus dev. 4. Overlapping configs confusion, multiple profiles overriding same property. 5. Hard coding instead of using profiles, best practices. Best practices include: use profiles for environment separation, keep sensitive data external, NV variables. Use dev, test, prod naming conventions, avoid hard coding values. Use @profile for environment-specific beans, combine with environment variables. Example concept. Profiles plus n variables means powerful configuration system. Advantages. Advantages include clean configuration management, easy environment switching, safer deployments, better maintainability, no code changes needed. Challenges. Challenges include managing multiple configs, debugging active profile config override confusion, environment setup issues. Concepts learned. By learning this topic, you understand what Spring Boot profiles are, how to create profile-specific config files, how to activate profiles, how Spring loads configurations, how to use @profile annotation, how to manage multiple environments. Simple definition. Spring Boot profiles. A feature that allows you to define and activate environment-specific configurations and beans. Final summary. Spring Boot profiles help you manage different configurations for different environments like dev, test, and production. You can create profile-specific config files, application-dev.yml. Activate profiles using properties, command line, or environment variables. Use @profile to control bean loading. Profiles allow you to run the same application in different environments, avoid hard coding values, maintain clean and flexible configurations,